Candace Nelson is reinventing some of America's favorite foods with her own high-concept twist. Her artisanal pizzeria, Pizzana and Sprinkles, the world's first cupcake-only bakery, are favorites of foodies everywhere.
Hi, Reese. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to see what you guys do.
I can't wait to show you behind the scenes.
Let's do it.
Do it. Come on back.
Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to know what's in the back of a bakery. This is amazing.
Breathe it in.
How many cupcakes does the average store sell a day?
Sell a few thousand, between 1,000 and 3,000 cupcakes per store per day.
Per day?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you.
That's insane. When I decided to do this show, it was all about focusing on women who've done incredible things in different industries, and I immediately thought of you, first of all, because you're my really good friend, Candace. And then also just you built this business out of a transition in your life.
I like to say I went from banking to baking.
Yes.
Because I was a financial analyst. Natural transition,
Normal,
right?
normal.
Yeah. And then actually worked at a tech company during the dot-com boom of the late 90s, and then there was the dot-com bust.
Yes.
And I just thought, if I'm gonna have to start over again, we devote so much of our waking lives to work.
Yes.
I wanna do something that I'm really passionate about. So I decided to go to pastry school. I'd always grown up baking. I loved to bake with my mom, and it really was about testing my interest in my hobby. Like, it's fun to bake on the weekends, but would I love to do it if I had to wake up every morning and do it as a job?
Right.
And what I realized was I loved it. I loved working with batter and flour and sugar and great chocolate and beautiful ingredients and making artful things to give to people to enjoy. Baking had always been a hobby for me. It had always been something I loved to do. I was born in Jakarta, Indonesia. There were so many amazing things about living overseas, but I wanted to feel connected to the US. You know, if I wanted a chocolate chip cookie, if I wanted a cupcake or a brownie, I couldn't get them at the store in Sumatra, so I had to make them myself. And so my mom and I would bond baking things we loved from home, and that's how my love of baking first started. You know, I initially started making special occasion cakes and ultimately decided that wasn't a very good business. So I decided I wanted to do something artful but simpler and something that people could eat on a daily basis. And that led me to the cupcake. At the time, you know, cupcakes were still sort of kid
birthday party
They were
stuff.
like kids' lunchbox. You know,
Yeah.
you find them at the supermarket in the plastic clamshell.
Yeah, they're all plasticky and yucky.
They just weren't good quality. And I thought, if we were to create a cupcake using the same beautiful ingredients and artful design that I use for special occasion cakes, then wouldn't cupcakes appeal to adults too?
That's incredible.
We had landlords, you know, hang up on us when they heard what our idea was. They said, we want something that's gonna last more than a few months. But when you have something to prove, you're gonna work that much harder. My husband and I had poured all of our life savings into this little bakery, and we were busy right off the bat. We were working around the clock. We were exhausted.
Yes.
There was a line wrapping almost completely around the city block for months.
I think there's a lot of people out there that want to change their life or they want to do something new, but they think, how do I do it? Do I take a risk? That's what I love about your story is that you were fully immersed in a different business and you took a chance. I had a grandma who was like, you can be anything you want to be. And she grew up in a time where she could not be.
Right.
She had a master's degree, one of the first women to have a master's degree in education. But Candace, like, she couldn't get a job being anything but a first grade teacher. And so she had a hard time in life because she never could reach the height of what she wanted to be.
Right.
So I think for the women who came before us and cut this path for us, it's important for us to shine a light on them and have people learn more about the stories of how they accomplish those things.
Right.
So now should we go look at your new concept?
Let's do
Pretty
it.
exciting. I've never met anybody who loves food the way Candace does. She loves two of my favorite foods, which are cupcakes and pizza. And I think that's what our friendship is basically based on, our love of pizza and cupcakes. Oh, and rosé. Rosé too.